President Donald Trump said Monday bomb blasting Manhattan highlights the need for an immigration overhaul as the man arrested was revealed to be part of a large Bangladeshi family sponsored by his aunt or uncle. Trump said that the U.S. must fix its lax immigration system, which allows far too many dangerous, inadequately vetted people into the country. The Republican president pointed to his controversial travel ban as an example of the kind of policy that needs to be put in place. And he called on Congress to end chain migration, in which family members are permitted to join relatives who have immigrated. A Bangladeshi man identified as 27-year-old Akadullah was taken into custody with serious injuries after a pipe bomb he was carrying malfunctioned and exploded prematurely inside a Midtown Manhattan subway station. He had come from Bangladesh in 2011, apparently with his parents and 3 or 4 siblings, all of them sponsored by his aunt or uncle, his immigration status showed. It is all about immigration. Trump's full terror statement. Today's attempted mass murder attack in New York City, the second terror attack in New York in the last 2 months, once again highlights the urgent need for Congress to enact legislative reforms to protect the American people. First and foremost, as I have been saying since I first announced my candidacy for president, America must fix its lax immigration system, which allows far too many dangerous, inadequately vetted people to access our country. Today's terrorist suspect entered our country through extended family chain migration, which is incompatible with national security. My executive action to restrict the entry of certain nationals from 8 countries, which the Supreme Court recently allowed to take effect, is just one step forward in securing our immigration system. Congress must also act on my administration's other proposals to enhance domestic security, including increasing the number of immigration and customs enforcement officers, enhancing the arrest and detention authorities for immigration officers, and ending fraud and abuse in our immigration system. The terrible harm that this flawed system inflicts on America's security and economy has long been clear. I am determined to improve our immigration system, to put our country and our people first. Second, those convicted of engaging in acts of terror deserve the strongest penalty allowed by law, including the death penalty in appropriate cases. America should always stand firm against terrorism and extremism, ensuring that our great institutions can address all evil acts of terror. Alaa is a Bangladeshi national who has been living in the U.S. for the past 7 years. Fox News reports that the former taxi driver came to the U.S. on an F-4 visa, a preferential visa for those who have family already in the U.S. The Post says he is a legal green card holder. His immigration designation is F-43, which means he claims the right to a green card because he is the child of the brother or sister of a U.S. U.S. citizen can be newly naturalized. Trump's statement suggests that Alma claimed a green card by virtue of a citizen who was also an immigrant. Records show that Alma moved to the U.S. from Chittagong, Bangladesh in February 2011 on the F4 visa and is now a legal green card owner. He reportedly immigrated with his parents and 3 to 4 siblings. Trump's statement suggests that one of his parents' siblings had gained citizenship, then petitioned for multiple family members. Alma had recently visited his home country on September the 8th. Investigators have yet to determine an official motivation for the failed attack, but there have been reports that Alma was inspired by ISIS. It was the second time in 2 months that New York City was the target of a terrorist attack, and the first since President Trump sparked Muslim outrage around the world last week by recognizing Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Trump has not spoken on camera about the attack that happened earlier today. His only tweet today was about a New York Times story that claims, among other things, that he drinks 12 Diet Cokes a day. Another false story, this time in the failing at Newton's, that I watch 8 hours of television a day long. Also, I seldom, if ever, watch CNN or MSNBC, both of which I consider fake news. I never watched Don Lemon, who I once called the dumbest man on television. Bad reporting, he said. At 5:15 p.m. Trump released a statement by the White House press office that said the attack once again highlights the urgent need for Congress to enact legislative reforms to protect the American people. America must fix its lax immigration system, which allows far too many dangerous, inadequately vetted people to access our country, he said. Today's terrorist suspect entered our country through extended family chain migration, which is incompatible with national security. Bangladesh is not on Trump administration's list of countries whose residents require extreme vetting to enter America. The president said in his Monday statement that the executive action, which the Supreme Court let take effect after several revisions, is just one step forward, and that is why Congress must move to a merit-based immigration system. He also demanded that Congress increase the number of immigration and customs enforcement officers. And he called for the use of the death penalty, where appropriate. He had previously called for the death penalty for Sifilo Saipov, an immigrant from Uzbekistan who killed 8 people and injured 12 in an October 31 truck attack in New York. Attorney General Jeff Sessions echoed the comments, saying the 2 recent attacks in Manhattan highlight the nation's failed immigration policies. Sessions says the Monday blast shows the need for immigration reform. Sessions says relatives of U.S. citizens shouldn't get priority ahead of someone who is high-skilled, well-educated, has learned English, and is likely to assimilate and flourish here. He says a merit-based immigration system would be safer. LAW enforcement officials told the Associated Press that Allah was inspired by the group, but not in direct contact with them. The attack is being celebrated on pro-ISIS channels. So far, officials believe that Allah carried out the attack as a lone wolf. Former NYPD Commissioner Bill Brabham told MSNBC's Morning Joe that the suspect supposedly was setting the device off in the name of ISIS and that it was definitely a terrorist attack, definitely intended. At a morning press conference, current NYPD Commissioner James O'Neill said that the suspect did make statements, but that they are not going to comment on them yet. Though it's still early in the investigation, New York City officials say it was definitely an attempted terror attack. This was an attempted terror attack, and thank God the perpetrator did not achieve his ultimate goal, Mayor Bill de Blasio said. The Port Authority bus terminal is the largest in the country, and the busiest in the world, serving about 225,000 commuters a day. It's what's known by law enforcement officials as a soft target, because it handles a lot of traffic but doesn't have the same kind of security as a place like an airport. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said that bombing in the subway is one of our worst nightmares, but he said New Yorkers will get through this as they have before on 9/11s, and even the most recent terror attack on Halloween. This is the New York.The realities. We are the target by many who would like to make a statement against democracy and against freedom. We have the Statue of Liberty in our harbor, and that makes us an international target. We understand that anyone can go on the internet and download garbage and vileness on how to put together an amateur-level explosive device, and that is the reality that we live with. The counter-reality is that this is New York and we all pitch together, and we are a savvy people and we keep our eyes open, and that's what See Something, Say Something is all about. And we have the best law enforcement on the globe, and we're all working together extraordinarily well, Governor.